And so to the final race of the curtain raiser here at Shenington. Tyro Jr., Sam Aston on pole position from Harvey Williams, then Max Flatley, Mattis Menakis, Archie Gale, Hayden Adams, Matthew Stevens, Harry Lorber and Jacob Aston. The sun is setting here both at Shenington and on the race meeting, but we're underway in Tyro Jr. Cold tyres are going to be the order of the day for this one. Jacob Aston on board with him going through turn one, and that's a run wide for Williams and Menakis. That's what it's like on cold tyres on the first lap. And the men who are second and fourth on the grid have lost a massive amount of positions, and a very difficult run now from them. As up into second place, still trying to get heat into the tyres is Max Flatley. So Sam Aston is your race leader, but it's the number 50 that's now in second position, as Harvey Williams has lost a lot of positions. So too did Mattis Menakis. Williams is down to fourth, I think. And Mattis Menakis, there he is in P5, so they're there or thereabouts. But it's a big bonus for Max Flatley, who now finds himself in second position. Big charge forward on the inside. That was Menakis, I think, getting side by side with Hayden Adams as we ride on board with Jacob Aston. Now he fancies his chances on Adams. So Adams, the man from Winsbury, runs wide. That'll do. Thank you very much. Very low grip when the sun sets in the early part of March. And it's a very cold circuit, as we know. Up on the inside, Aston having to defend from Max Flatley. So Flatley clearly fancies an opportunity to go for the race victory. Archie Gale just sits there in third positions and thinks, well, hang on a minute, I could get something pretty magical out of this if I just hold my nerve, just be patient. That's Mattis Menakis in front of us. We're on board with Jacob Aston once again. Through to Hanger. Looking for the dive on the inside into Wilkins. Thank you very much. And again, that run wide in the apex is perfect cannon fodder for Jacob Aston, who even blows him a kiss by the look of it. Thanks very much. That was a chef's kiss overtake from Jacob Aston. Sam Aston still the leader here, going full guns blazing in front of Max Flatley and Archie Gale. Harvey Williams in P4 still. Move up the inside line from Gale. And Archie Gale gets in a second place on Max Flatley. Is the door still open for Harvey Williams? Now he has to concede it. He decides to sit back and let the move happen up in front. So he tucks back into fourth position. Fastest lap on the track, by the way. Jacob Aston, after that beautiful move on Mattis Menakis, ahead of Hayden Adams, Matthew Stevens and Harry Lorber. Just having a great race of it. The top four still very close together. Still very early doors here. Sam Aston, Archie Gale, Max Flatley, Harvey Williams. Then P5 is Jacob Aston, ahead of Menakis. So a very tough race already in Tyro Jr. We may not have the numbers, but this is very reminiscent of the days when we used to see Lewis Hamilton in the British Karting Championships in Jika in 1998. He only had about 6 drivers to race against that season too, but it was enough to catch the attention of the big bosses in Formula One. Big slide in third position there from Max Flatley as he hops over the curbs. Somehow manages to get the kart slowed down for the brakings over the chicane though. Good kart control, good reactions. And now we've got Jacob Aston right on the tail of Williams. So this could get pretty interesting as the top 5 drivers are now nose to tail. Sam Aston, Gale, Flatley, Williams and Jacob Aston. Not too far away now for Mattis Menakis either. It's getting pretty tasty out there. Jacob Aston still with the fastest lap of the race. We're on lap number 5. Sam Aston still the leader for the moment in front of Archie Gale. Flatley, Williams and Jacob Aston waiting for their moment. All the karts are identical, of course, in similar fashion to BWR. They all run Tillotson T4s. These, of course, are all very similar run Tyros. So it all comes down to driver ability. I love it when you take away the politics of the teams and who's got the best engine, who's got the best chassis. None of that, just let them race. Jacob Aston hustling the top 4. That is Harvey Williams in front, just makes a slight adjustment. Opens the air box under the radiator. That's to give him a little bit better engine temperature, just cools the engine down a little bit. So the radiator flap, obviously one of the few things that a driver can do while they're behind the wheel. This is to cool the engine down. You open the radiator flap, you allow the air to channel through the radiator. You have to be a bit of a scientist as well as a racing driver to try and get the most out of these karts. Through the chicane, Sam Aston, Archie Gale, Max Flatley, Harvey Williams, Jacob Aston, and now closing up on all of them. Mattis Menakis is not far away. But there's no room at the end. Oh, there is room at the end. On the exit, Harvey Williams goes wide at Wilkins, and that's enough for Jacob Aston to pick up the pieces and get into 4th position. 6 laps done, 9 to go. On board again with Aston. That's P4 now. Right, so now we've got a podium staring us in the face. That's Max Flatley up in front of us. He's trying to take on Archie Gale, and he does, into the hairpin. Beautifully done, but he runs wide on the exit, and Gale gets him back. Jacob Aston's got momentum. He'll go with him up into third position, will he? On the inside line, still there. Not a lot of room, and Jacob Aston hangs on into third position. Thank you again. That'll do. Third position, nice for me, as they go through hangar. And now Matas Menakis fancies his chances on the inside behind us. Excellent racing. You've got to love these 360-degree cameras on the karts. They show us every inch of the battle in front and behind. So Sam Aston now leading the way from Archie Gale and Jacob Aston. That's definitely upset the apple cart a bit. Flatley still there in fourth place in front of Williams and Menakis, but now all 6 men are going for it. There's the move from Menakis. Gets on the inside of Harvey Williams. That's P5. Can he finish it on the exit? He's still there. He's still there. No, you don't, says Matas Menakis. It took me long enough to get into fifth position. I'm not about to let you straight back in again. It's almost 2x2 hurrah, because Archie Gale needs to catch up a little bit here to Sam Aston. Jacob Aston still battling for third with Flatley, and then Menakis, having just got ahead of Williams, now needing to catch back up to the quartet up front. 7 to go. Sam Aston, Archie Gale, Jacob Aston, Max Flatley, Matas Menakis and Harvey Williams. Behind them, Hayden Adams, Matthew Stevens and Harry Lawver are still hanging on in there. But this is absolute war between these youngsters in Tyro Junior. And every single one of them is playing the tactical game. It's like the world's fastest game of risk. All you need is a 6 and you're right back into the mix. Sorry, board game nerdetry there for you. Couldn't resist. Max Flatley, fastest man on track, trying to chase down Jacob Aston. Looking for his move on the inside line, Jacob Aston, all over Archie Gale. I've got to get ahead because Max Flatley is now the fastest man on the course. I can't afford to lose this position to him. It's going to be very tight. All of them setting their fastest laps on that last lap. Flatley goes fastest again, 44.163, 6 laps remaining, nothing in it. All setting personal bests in the top 6 on that lap, as the tyres are finally starting to bite on the inside. That's the move from Harvey Williams to get back in on Matas Menakis. Side by side again. Who's going to get there first? Well, we are focusing on Jacob Aston, because he's got Archie Gale, and right close for company too, that's Flatley. I think Menakis has been able to hold on in front of Harvey Williams for the time being. Tough braking. Look how sideways the kart gets under braking and how close Flatley gets behind us as well. This is impossible to read. Very close indeed up front. Very, very tight between our leaders, who are still giving us a lot of great racecraft here. And it's going to be tight all the way. Archie Gale still looking good in second in front of Jacob Aston for the time being. But you do get the sense that Jacob Aston is getting a little bit impatient, sat here in position. Wants to make the move as soon as it becomes available. Down the straight, he's got a good exit out of the chicane. This might be his chance. Up towards hangar. Not close enough, surely, is he? Archie Gale gets a little sideways. He's going to have to wait. So Jacob Aston definitely starting to threaten for that position now. 11 laps done, 4 left. And it's really tight at the top. Sam Aston, Archie Gale, Jacob Aston, Max Flatley, then Matas Menakis, Harvey Williams, Hayden Adams, Matthew Stevens and Harry Lawver. Is this going to be the move for second position from Jacob Aston? Surely there's enough of a gap to get there, and he's done it. He's made the move. And he chops across on Archie Gale. No, you don't. I've only just made it to second place. I'm going to make sure this sticks. So at the end of this lap, it's going to be the brothers Aston, 1 and 2. So Samuel Aston leads his brother Jacob. Third place for Archie Gale, fourth for Flatley. And when they cross the line, there's only going to be 3 laps left of this. Williams just got the move there on the inside into Wilkins, I noticed as well. Got the dive on Matas Menakis, so that's back into 5th position there for Harvey Williams. Good work. 3 to go. Is there enough time for Jacob Aston to catch his brother Sam? And more to the point, if he doesn't make it, what can Gale and Flatley do to retaliate? And who's going to get the duel won between Harvey Williams and Matas Menakis? So much at stake with very little time left to play out here. It's going to be tight to the finish all the way. Sam and Jacob Aston having yet another brotherly squabble. They don't want to be the one who washes up when they get home. Aston really close to his brother. And diving up the inside, lovely from Max Flatley. Into the Wilkins hairpin, gets the run on Archie Gale. That's third position. And with 2 to go as well. This is going to be nail-biting all the way to the death. But Jacob Aston really fancies getting the move on his brother Sam. Let's see if there's going to be a big move from Jacob Aston. Well, there's certainly going to be defensive tactics from Sam. But that's beautifully held from Sam Aston. He really slowed the kart down nicely at the apex. No chance of an undercut from Jacob Aston. Don't forget, he started this race from the back of the grid and now is in P2. Can he go from last to first? Not if Sam's got anything to say about it. Through Hanger, holding on the inside line. Is there going to be a run to the hairpin? Not close enough. You've got just one more lap to settle this, boys. And this is going to be a nerve-wracking finish to the race. Sam Aston holds on from Jacob. Max is third. Archie is fourth. Max Flatley and Archie Gale. Harvey Williams ahead of Mattis Menakis, then Adams, Stevens and Laura. But will there be one final dive from Jacob Aston? He comes in on the inside of his brother, and Sam Aston has to concede. Max Flatley's going to get alongside, but then holds back. Jacob Aston, last to first. Can he hold it to the line as Gale gets up the inside into third position past Flatley? So now it's going to be a drag race. Jacob Aston getting away from Sam. Sam's got one last chance. He nudges his brother. He gets back alongside him. And they're going to be wheel to wheel. But it's Jacob Aston who gets there. Oh my goodness. How close was that? 71 thousandths of a second between the brothers. What a finish to Tyro Jr. What a finish to the first meeting of the season. Wham, bam, thank you and good night. Jacob Aston goes from last to first ahead of Sam Aston. Archie Gale third ahead of Harvey Williams, Max Flatley, Mattis Menakis in a fighting P6 from Hayden Adams, Matthew Stevens and Harry Lorber. Wow, if that's what this season has in offer for us in 2025, bring it on. What a way to wrap things up here at Sheddington.